So this is a new call and response video. There's a couple of concepts I want to talk to you about before we start, though. First of all, the scale. This is a C minor pentatonic scale. You have C, E flat, F, G, B flat, and then you repeat, right? That's our main scale that I want you to think about when you're coming up with melodies. This F sharp, when you add the F sharp, it becomes a blues scale, but the F sharp is, in the beginning at least, is definitely not something to be emphasized. Don't just land on it, because it is a very dissonant note. And we're not going for that at the moment. Later we will be. But this note, think of more as a transition. Think of more of like, you're going to slide off this note. But these are your main things. You got... Okay. So, when you play with this video, the first thing I want you to do is to imitate me the first time. Okay. And then I want you to watch it again and come up with your own responses. Okay. And I don't want you to don't just be playing random notes, you know. Think about the rhythm. First of all, we have the shuffle rhythm. So think about like what I'm doing. I'm going something like that, you know, something that stays in the same sort of area. You could pick three notes right now, you know, or things like that. Not It's not. This is not about. Oh, I know B flat's in the scale, and I know E flat, and I know C, so I'm just gonna hit them and freak out.
About? It's about.
So it's like a language. You are communicating coherent ideas and thoughts.
Okay.
But they're musical thoughts. So it's not, and it's the most difficult thing about learning to play music, improvise, compose, arrange, all that kind of stuff, is that the first thing you have to do is memorize these notes before you really can use them. So there is a lot of that exactly. Okay. So there's a lot of that just kind of like, I'm going to poke around, you know, you don't have to, again, it's like a language. You have to learn your vocabulary words. You have to practice each word. Okay. Practice. Okay. Practice. You say practice. And you say it over and over again until in your mind you don't have to think about it. Your mouth just does it.
Okay.
You understand what it means. Okay. It's the analogy. It takes some time. So that's why the first time I'm giving you vocabulary. When I go, that's something that you can play. That is a coherent idea. It's a musical idea. So you can use that. You're going to start cataloging these things. Or if I go, that's something that you can play.
So if you did that, what would be a proper response to that?
Anything you want, but at this point, just something that makes sense. You know, these are that's what music is about. Music isn't. What makes sense. Music isn't about. I mean, I can't really.
It's what sounds right. It's sort of like what sounds right. Okay.
But when you learn a bunch of these things, you start to discover what you like. If I'm gonna go, I can go. It's just another phrase that sort of fits in that little part.
It sort of fits. Okay. Okay. I see.
Little thing.
See, that's the thing I really haven't learned yet. So I want to pick up on that nuancy thing.
So
maybe I should listen to more actual music like this. You know, I don't do that.
Definitely.
I don't, except for when you play it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm doing is a very specific thing, which would be good for you to listen to this stuff over and over again.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so here we go.
Thank you.
Me and then you. So
not now, though, right?
Not right now. No. When you're at home. Paula of the future. Okay.
In about 2 hours.
2, 3, 4. And you.
F sharp.
what I played and then do other things.
All right, the way you played it,
Using
and
that
then other
scale.
things, and the